Hello everyone, hope you all are fine. I'm your physics teacher here and we are going to start our physics. This is for class 6th. As we know that in classes, chapter 5 has been completed already. So we are going to start with chapter 6, magnetism. So you all can open up page number 78 in your books and we will start with this. So let's start with the theme of this chapter. Magnetism. What is magnetism? It is the property that all the magnets show. So let's start. Substances that have property of attracting iron are called magnets. The material that get attracted towards a magnet are known as magnetic material. We all know that those substances which get attracted towards iron are called magnets, and all the materials that get attracted towards a magnet are known as magnetic material. Example like nickel, iron, cobalt, these are the examples. These got attracted towards a magnet, and those substances which do not get attracted towards a magnet are known as non-magnetic materials. Suppose a paper, wood. Okay. When a magnet is suspended freely, it always rests in the same direction. Whenever you suspend a magnet freely by binding it through a thread or something, if you will suspend it in air, it will always rest in the same direction. The ends of the magnet that points towards the north. A magnet have two ends, and that end which points towards the north is called the north pole, and the end that point towards the south is called the south pole. And using this north and south pole of a magnet, when we suspend it freely, we can also find the directions. Like we have north, south, east, west. These direction also we can find out using these using the poles of a magnet. And also we know that opposite we can also write north and south pole using symbol N and S. If a magnet has two poles, one is N and second is S. And opposite poles means if one pole is N, other pole is S, then opposite poles of a magnet attract each other, while same pole of a magnet will repel each other. So if you have two magnets, suppose you have one magnet here and one magnet here, and it is the south pole and it is the north pole, so these magnets will attract each other. But if you have two magnets and they have the same pole towards one end, so these will not attract each other, they will always repel each other. They will try to get away from each other. They will repel each other. Okay. So this is the property of magnet, and each magnet has its magnetic field. Magnetic field means you can say the area up to which the properties of magnet work, or you can say an area up to which a magnet attracts the magnetic material comes under its magnetic field. Permanent magnets retain their magnetism for a longer time. We have permanent and temporary magnet. Those magnets that can show magnetism permanently are known as permanent magnets, and those magnets which show their magnetism for a short period of time are known as temporary magnets. Temporary magnets, the example of temporary magnets are electromagnets. Means whenever we pass electricity through these magnets, through the coil of wire, then it will behave like a magnet, and when the current is stopped, it stops its magnetic properties. So electromagnets are an example of temporary magnets. We generally, when we use in appliances, we generally use electromagnets because their strength can be changed. We can change their strength, and also they are more kind of liable than permanent magnets. Permanent magnets have less strength and we cannot adjust their strength. An electromagnet, we can adjust their strength by adjusting the current in the coil, and we can also turn it off turn the magnetic property off whenever we require. Now let us study the next topic, that is discovery of magnets. How were the magnets discovered? Okay, the magnets which have the property of attracting are called magnets. Means the substance, I have already told you, the substance which attract iron are called magnets. The first magnets were found from a naturally occurring mineral of iron called magnetite around 800 BC. The first time magnet was found naturally only, and there was a mineral of iron which has some magnetic property. A mineral having magnetic property around 800 BC. There is a story, and a story is also there about it, how we got the name magnet. There is a story about shepherd named Magnus. There was a shepherd whose name was Magnus, whose shoe nail and iron hook of his stick were stuck to a rock containing magnetite. He was a shepherd, so he used to go from places to places. So he was having a stick in his hand. So what did he find? He find that his shoe nail that was made of iron, and the hook of his stick, iron hook of his stick, he found that these things were stuck to a rock, and that later it was found that rock contained magnetite. The rock was later found to attract iron pieces and was called magnet. And later when discovery was done, it was found that rock magnet originated from the name of town Magnesia. It got its name from the town Magnesia, where it was found, a district in Asia Minor where large deposits of magnetite were found. It was named after the name of the town Magnesia. It is a name of a district in Asia Minor where large deposits of these rocks magnetite were found. Later on, it was found that piece of magnetite, when it was suspended freely, it always rests in a fixed direction, and therefore we use it to find out the directions, cardinal directions. Hence it was also called a lodestone. So we also called it lodestone. Then comes type of magnets. Magnets are divided into two types, natural magnet and artificial magnets. Okay, first is natural magnets and second is artificial magnet. So obviously the name is suggesting the magnets that are found in nature or the magnets that are found naturally are natural magnets. Their shape is irregular, they have odd shape, their strength is not as strong, they are weak in strength. So we cannot use them much because they do not have strong strength, they do not have. So for practical uses we use artificial magnet because of its strength. Second is artificial magnets. The magnets, only the name is suggesting, the magnets that are made by human or by us are called artificial magnets. They are made of iron or steel, and because man is making them, so man is making them in various shape and sizes and according to the use. And these magnets are strong, they have high strength, and such magnets are bar magnet. Bar magnet, it is named after its shape. The shape of bar magnet is like of a bar. Cylindrical magnet, U-shaped magnet, horseshoe magnet. And for more clarification, you can also see in the diagram that is also given about these magnets, as you can see here. This is your bar magnet, this is cylindrical magnet, U-shaped magnet, horseshoe magnet, magnetic needle and compass. These shapes of artificial magnets, you will draw this in your notebook, you will draw this in your copy. Alright, let us read this fun fact. What does it say? Magnetic compass is used to find geographic direction at a place because its needle always rests in north-south direction. Why do we use a magnetic compass? In a magnetic compass there is a magnet and that magnet always suspend itself in north south direction. So by looking the needle of that magnet, we can find out which is the north direction and which is south direction. Now next we have magnetic and non-magnetic substances. Already I told you the substances that get attracted towards the magnet will be magnetic substances. Example, iron. Iron is attracted towards the magnet. Steel, nickel and all these are magnetic substances, and the substances which do not get attracted towards the magnet are called non-magnetic substances, such as paper, stone, glass, gold, silver. Okay, these all are non-magnetic substances. And again one fun fact is here, iron, cobalt and nickel are ferromagnetic substances. Why they are ferromagnetic substances? Because these metals can easily be converted into magnets and can be demagnetized quite easily as well. Means we can convert these metals into magnet as well and also demagnetize them. Demagnetize means to take out its magnetic property. So students, that's all. Till here we are going to study today, and we will continue this chapter in our next class or the next video. Till then, take care everyone.